just sent out this report, so they said until further notice, 20 and 40 minutes past each hour, they will have updates.
All right, very good. We'll be alert to that. All right, thank you very much. That was Tracy Ellis, our news director, and we will have. I still have Sam Reed holding on the line. I wanted to ask him what he is seeing as he's driving through town right now, but I think what we'll do right at this moment, we have about 45 seconds before we're going to try a live report from the Associated Press, so maybe Sam will stay on the line there, and if he has to go, I'll certainly understand. But once again, a magnitude of, well, we'll find out if they do this report. They'll probably have more recent information as to how strong the earthquake actually was and where the epicenter was, and have some information on damage in other areas outside the Olympia area. So hopefully we will have that network report here in just a little bit. They, of course, gathering from sources outside the Olympia area. So we're coming up on that report, hopefully, maybe, or maybe still in the middle of Greenspan's talk. So we're going to hopefully join the Associated Press radio network right now.
This is a live special report from AP Network News. Pacific Northwest quake. I'm Jackie Vachera. No word yet of any injuries after a strong earthquake shook the Pacific Northwest today. Windows in downtown Seattle have shattered, and that's where we find AP correspondent Doug Esser.
It was definitely a shaker. Even here in the Bureau, we got a pretty good shaking and dived under the desks. And it seems like it lasted for about half a minute. We got up and started looking around. So far, haven't been able to hear any reports of injuries or significant damage.
A Seattle woman who was in an elevator when the quake struck says everyone was panicked. In Portland, Oregon, office buildings swayed for 20 to 30 seconds. The quake was felt as far away as Salt Lake City. According to federal quake monitors in Alaska, the quake was a magnitude 6.4. This has been a live special report, Pacific Northwest quake. I'm Jackie Vachera.
All right, we'll have more reports like that as they become available. Tracy, you have some information on the schools, I understand.
Yes, now we're told that, and this is unconfirmed, that students have been evacuated from the schools, and generally what they do in a situation like this is immediately evacuate the students, and they don't let them back into the school until that school has been inspected. Now, this is unconfirmed, and once we get more information about the schools, of course, we will let you know. But at this point, we have had reports that students have been evacuated from schools, and that those schools will be essentially off limits to students until an engineer has been able to inspect them. Once again, unconfirmed. Once we are able to confirm that, we'll pass that along to you, and once we get more information about the schools, we'll let you know.
All right, thank you very much, Tracy. And I'm going to get back to Sam Reed, our Secretary of State. Yeah, I almost called you the auditor. Sam, are you still there? Sam Reed is not there anymore. Okay, he was calling from his cell phone a while ago, and we appreciate him giving a report as to what was happening at the state capitol, like it was evacuated. And Sam said that the Capitol building has severe cracks in the walls. One of the outside columns appears to be loose. And no reports of injuries to state employees on the legislative building. We have a report that there's a huge bow in the center of the 4th Avenue Bridge, that the bridge is closed. A number of the railings have fallen off into the water, and it is, well, based on that, I would say you can't use the 4th Avenue Bridge. So maybe they'll have to get construction underway a little earlier than what they had planned on rebuilding that bridge. Lake Ridge Drive, unconfirmed. We have a report that is closed due to a slide, and you have more information, Tracy Ellis.
Yeah, this is from Mason County. Apparently, the quake shook Mason County pretty good as well, and all Mason County, the county offices themselves are closed down. They have an old, very old courthouse there, and all Mason County offices closed until they can inspect the buildings.
All right, thank you very much, Tracy Ellis. I'm trying to get a little information here from the Associated Press again to maybe get some additional information and pass it along to you a little quicker here. I'm starting to get my computer capabilities back. Once again, we had, I don't remember the exact time, but we're pretty close to being there, Tom, on this. So about 10:50, is that when we had the quake? Okay, I lose track of time. So we're going to get a computer going here, and it's right in front of my lap, isn't it, Tom? So I can tape in. I'll just type in the words here. All right. Excuse me, folks. I typed in a little too much. Tom is working over my lap right now, getting a computer situation. The keyboard is literally over my lap. So I would play a song, but I think it would be inappropriate right now. Anybody trying to find us on the radio wants to know what we have about the earthquake. So far, no. Good news is that we haven't heard of any casualties yet, or anybody even being injured in minor injuries yet in the Olympia area. Based on what we felt, it's hard to believe that could be the case all the way through this crisis, but hopefully that is the case. All right.
Fortunately, the network's still working.
All right. We got new information here. Bricks have fallen from some buildings in Seattle's Pioneer Square area. No reports of injuries there or serious damage from the quake. So we're going to get more information here. Bellevue Community College is closing. It reports structural damage from the quake. And we have a report, people all over eastern Washington felt the earthquake that struck the Seattle area this morning, but there are no reports of any damage on that side of the state. And a Seattle woman who was in an elevator when today's quake struck says everyone was panicked. Paulette Deroni was on her way down from the 15th floor of a downtown Seattle building, and she and several others scrambled onto the fire escape. At a nearby hotel, Microsoft founder Bill Gates was addressing an education and technology conference, and Ian has more information.
Actually, Tracy does right here.
Tracy, yeah.
Report from Capitol High School now. Part of the ceiling fell in the gym area. Unconfirmed reports, once again, coming from a student that part of the ceiling in the gym of Capitol High School actually fell in and may have caused some injuries. Once again, these reports are unconfirmed, but we wanted to pass them along to you as soon as we get them, and once we get more information, we'll update you on that. But that's at Capitol High School. We have not been able to reach any of the schools at this time, and the phone lines it's very, very difficult to get through. So,
and if anybody would like to go on the air who knows something, who has seen something, and you're driving around, I have the open mic policy. So far, no one has taken me up on that, but anyone who would like to go on the air, feel free to come in, and in fact, I would welcome having someone to interview and not have to just sit here and talk by myself, although I am getting more and more information through official sources here, which is good. It shows that a little less than an hour later, things like the Associated Press and others are back in business giving us information. That earthquake struck actually from Seattle to Salem, they're saying. The epicenter located 30 miles southwest of Seattle and could be felt as far away as Salt Lake City. Its magnitude was estimated at 6.2, though Oregon's deputy state geologist estimates it was less severe. In the Portland area, the 11 a.m. quake shook buildings for 20 to 30 seconds. Portland police spokesman Mike Heffley says there have been no immediate reports of fire or injuries or damage in the Portland area. The quake was the largest to hit the Northwest since probably, Tracy, you have more information.
Right, I do. And I think this one was larger than the last one that we had, by the way, just because that last one, I was at in Shelton when that one hit, and that was nothing like this. But at any rate, yes, we do have new information, Dick. Highway 8 at Highway 101 is closed, reportedly unconfirmed, due to a car which has reportedly fell into a sinkhole. Now, this is the first report of a sinkhole because of this quake, but that is common in earthquakes. This is the first report, though, of a car actually going into a sinkhole, and that has reportedly closed Highway 8 at Highway 101. And we will be checking. Ian Fox is live at the emergency center, and that has been set up in the city of Olympia. And once we get more information from him, of course, we'll pass it along to you. We do not know where Larry Bailey is. I haven't been able to reach him. He's on a cell phone, and we have had reports of cell towers actually toppling due to this quake. So.
All right. Thank you very much, Tracy. And I have, I understand somebody on line 1 who wants to talk to me. This person, do I have your permission to put you on the air, sir? I can't hear you, so I'm assuming you're saying yes. You called for that reason. Who am I talking to? We're on the air.
Dick, this is David Brine. I work in the Secretary of State's office. Used to be on KGY a few years ago.
Remember your reports, Dave. What do you, you're in the Secretary of State's office now?
They've evacuated the building. I'm actually on 101 right now. I left the campus to go home. Secretary Reed directed the staff to go home. But I was in the building in my office when the earthquake occurred.
And what do you see as you drive along right now? We'll ask you that first.
Well, I drove through downtown Olympia first. You can see why older buildings are more susceptible to earthquake damage. The brick buildings in downtown Olympia, at least one that I saw, had lost several tiers of bricks from the top. They were lying in the street. I understand other brick buildings have the same sort of damage. I'm now on 101, just about at the Evergreen State College exit. Traffic was moving fairly well, but at this point it's starting to slow down and back up. I'm not sure what's ahead.
Well, we have heard, if you've been listening, that Highway 8 at 101 is closed because of a sinkhole and apparently a car, reportedly. This is totally unconfirmed, but we have heard that there is some problems ahead of you, though, if you were going out towards Highway 8 and 101, that interchange.
I did hear that, yes.
Oh, we have, just stay on the line here, David. Tracy has some information right now, new information, so just hang on and we'll be back to you in a second.
Dick, I was hoping to go to line 2 if possible. If you could put your line on hold for just a sec, because the lady on line 2 actually went for a drive around Capitol Lake, and she was able to assess some of the damage, and she has a live report for us. Before we get to her, kids at Roosevelt school are in the playfield, and apparently parents have been picking them up, so they are safe in the playfield at Roosevelt School. But the lady on line 2 has a live update of some of the things that she's observed on her drive around Capitol Lake.
And we have Shelly Carr, who just walked in from the Olympia School District. So, Shelly, we're going to have you stand by just a little bit while I put the lady on line 2 on the air here. And you're going on the air right now. You want to identify yourself?
My name is Jane Smith.
Jane, what have you seen so far?
Coming home from work, I came along Capitol Lake Drive around the lake, and a lot of the street there is sunken. It's cracked. The sidewalks all crumbled. And there's people down there that are kind of directing the traffic and getting them around it.
Now, Jane, did you see any, were you in the office? Where were you when the earthquake hit?
I was in my office.
And which office was that?
It was Saminsky and Associates.
And how was it in your office? Any severe damage?
No, in fact, it didn't take any, although I bounced like a ball when I was sitting at my desk when it happened.
And has everyone gone home from your office?
Yes, they were all told to go ahead and go home.
Yeah, all right. Well, thank you very much for your live report. I really appreciate it, Jane.
Come.
All right, that was Jane Smith, and Shelly Carr from the Olympia School District is our first official, shall we say, representative from public agencies right now. Shelly is representative of the Olympia School District, and Shelly, what do you know?
We've checked with each of our schools. There are several that we have not yet made contact with that we have sent people out to survey. To the best of our knowledge, we have not found any structural damage except for at the Knox Center. And since the Avante Alternative High School program is there, we have dismissed those students to go home, as well as the employees there. Parents are most welcome to go to their child's school and pick them up, but otherwise we have currently no plans to dismiss them other than the Avante students, to go home. But again, parents are welcome to stop by their school, check their child out so that we know that they're safe and who they're with, and they may take them home.
Now, are you keeping the kids in the school, or are they going to stay outside?
In most of the cases, we had someone do a survey of structural significance in the buildings, and when it looks like it's very sound and doors and windows are not disturbed, they work very well, then we let the children go back in. In most cases, the students have returned inside the school.
So this is a planning thing. You were prepared for this, and now you're putting it into
We've
action.
been working on it for quite a while. It's never quite as you think it should be when the actual emergency occurs, but we feel like, yes, we've had really good response from all of the team members at the schools.
All right, that's very good. So all the kids are safe, no reports of any damage?
We have no reports of damage. We do have reports only of structural damage at Knox.
No, we did have unconfirmed report that part of the ceiling fell down at the Capitol High School gym. Have you heard anything of that?
I don't have that confirmed, so I will explore that further.
All right, so we will kind of refrain from talking about that a whole lot until we do get it confirmed from you.
Right.
We are getting a lot of, it's a little bit difficult sometimes to separate the unconfirmed from the confirmed in a situation like this. It's been about an hour now since the earthquake hit. What were you doing, Shelly? What was it like in your office or wherever you were?
Well, I was sitting in the Knox Center working on the computer when things started flying off of bookshelves and things, and immediately crawled underneath a table and then thought that probably wasn't as secure as it needed to be, so found a doorway. And as soon as the vibrations stopped, then we all evacuated the building as according to our safety plan, at which case we have a checklist, a monitor site where we are checked in, and we do this at all of our schools. We have put these safety plans into place, and fortunately.
Yeah, very good. Well, it's good to know the kids are safe. Parents can pick them up at the Olympia schools if they want.
If they're able to do so, yes. But we will not release the students until we know who they are going with and that they are in safe hands.
That's right. Okay, very good. Shelly, thank you very much for coming down. We really appreciate it. And
Shelly, I'm not sure if you mentioned this. Did we talk about transportation later on for the students?
Yeah, about school buses.
Okay, great. I'm sorry. I didn't hear that. In another
we didn't talk about it.
Oh, okay.
No,
we did not.
Question.
Why don't we let Shelly come in and talk about that real quick?
Well, it's my understanding, and perhaps you can help me with this, that the freeway is closed because there is some structural damage in some overpasses. Do you have that report?
Well, not totally. I was talking to David, I was talking to, I think it was David Brine I was talking to just a little bit ago, and he was on the freeway, and everything was moving fine. In fact, I think he's just dropped off the line there. I was going to put him back on the air. But it is moving on the freeways, but not in all areas.
Although, I think they oftentimes will, the first thing they do is inspect the overpasses. So we'll try to get on. I think Tom is still trying to get us online. We'll try to find out what's happening with DOT. And once we get that information, we'll pass it along to you. But at this time, I guess school buses you are planning on using buses?
I would imagine that we're planning, and this I don't have confirmed, and I will get this confirmed as well, but it would be my understanding that we would go ahead and do a regular pickup and delivery route, probably at the regular time, unless I hear otherwise. At this point, the students are safe within the schools, and we would go through as much normalcy as possible.
Did you get any chance at all to interact with the kids? Any idea how they took this?
Well, obviously, the new Madison Elementary is right next door to our building, so they were very calm. Certainly, they were doing what they had been taught to do as far as evacuating the school and going to the play field. There was some nervousness and concern, but I found that among the adults as well. So
just a little bit. In fact, maybe the adults would be a little more scared because they were kind of, they knew what was happening, and the kids.
Many of us have been through this before, right?
All right. Well, we have Tracy with another report.
Yeah, the school update. Black Hills, Michael T. Simmons, according to sources here at the station who have been able to contact those two schools, Black Hills and Michael T. Simmons are fine. Those two schools, power is on, and everything is okay. So for folks who have children in those schools, not to worry, everything is okay there.
You find an irresistible urge to go back to what's normal and go have lunch now and do things that you